What's going on, guys? Look, Big Beard here. Check it out. We are here, the 42nd episode of Big Beard and Friends. That's actually 42 weeks that I've done this. All right. Today, I want to cut right into the point. I'm going to tell you about 5 more things that you didn't know about me. But first, I simply want to take a moment and talk about I had an incident happen, and I know everybody goes through incidences and ups and downs and you know, the twists and turns along the way, and that we call life. But I had an incident happen, and no, I will not get into it at all, but I will tell you this much about another incident, like I had before. This one is simply... This was where a friend pulled this right here on me. If you can't see that and you don't know what that is, and that's fine if you can't, that's absolutely, it's called self-respect, and this is a card. Yes, I went that way. Self-respect card got pulled. Now, I was challenged essentially in the best way possible. Now, the incident that happened required no other answer to the situation, but for me to take up for myself. And y'all know me. I'm always talking about stand up for yourself. One of my good friends even threw up an episode to me that I talked about self-respect. And he went on to basically say that, man, you cannot talk that way and act this way if you're not going to do it. That's kind of, I was called out. I was challenged. Now, did he do that in a challenging, menacing, like, I've got you, facetious way? No, he didn't. Now, he doesn't know this until he's watching this right now, that got me. No matter the incident, this good friend of mine said his piece in a situation, and it involved essentially him taking up for me. I haven't had nobody take up for me for a while. No sob story, no bullshit. I guess people just look at me and assume that I either don't have a heart or I eat small children. But I promise you, it's been a long time since anyone had stood up for me. And I was absolutely the man of, me, a billion words. I was speechless. Because the last time anyone took up for me, it seemed it was the principal telling the kid who punched me in the face to leave me alone, or a teacher, or, someone older. We all got a story. Some of you know yours, some of you don't. Some of you don't care to tell anybody yours. But what I'm getting at is when this good friend of mine stood up for me, I felt that. I feel like this is like, you're 37 years old, Big Beard. But I feel, you feel. We're human. I don't know what that does to anybody watching. Maybe I'm the only one who simply says that got me. But it made me choke up. Now, he doesn't know this. He does right now. And I didn't say much afterwards, but I continued to do what I had to do when I was leaving him, and I was walking out of the door where I was. I just looked at him and I said, "Thank you." And he just stared at me. And it was kind of like a Lifetime Hallmark moment. You know what I'm saying, guys? And there are going to be people that say, oh, you're so cheesy. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, you shouldn't have said this. Let me tell you something. I am comfortable with the skin I'm in, and I'm comfortable with knowing what life's trials and tribulations do to us. And I'm also comfortable knowing that you should share that with people. You dig? Tell them from, oh, Johnny, you got a nice shirt on, to, hey, I appreciate that. Don't want nothing in return. See, that's what this situation was all about, folks. I'm not going to tell you the situation out of respect, but the situation was, I was helping someone out and they didn't even know it, and they were being a way to me. And my friend intervened and made me think. It made me think so much that I often wanted to pull. You see that? The humble card. Yeah, I did that too. I wanted to pull that card on my own and say, look at this, Big Beard. This is what we have to do. This is what you got to work on. So from that incident up until now, it's resonated with me. This person, my friend, taking up for me. Just wanted to touch that real quick. I wanted to really let everybody know watching, no matter what you see me at my gas station. Some of y'all see me out I've not much. I don't go in public much, especially now, but I do what I have to do, and then I go back to my home, and I come back here to the studios. But some of y'all have seen me out and about and told me. I've had people call me out in the parking lots. I've had people go, hey, you're a Big Beard, right? What's up with the hashtag on your car? Hey, is that you? Hey, what's going on with that? And once I tell them, they're like, oh, okay. Now, thank you guys for that. That's kind of cool. But I like things like that. Oh, either way, once again, just wanted to share all of that. And now, what we're going to do is move right over. I'm going to tell you 5 things. 5 more things. Number 5. Okay. I got my license late to the game. Matter of fact, I got my license about 8.5 years ago. Maybe 9. Well, the reason for that was, the truth is, I'm so transparent. I had a lot of friends pass away by the time I was 13. And when I say a lot, it's about 6 to 8 friends that passed away. And one of my oldest ones, I still think about him all the time. I had gave him a high five, and a day and a half, 2 days later, he passed away. And he passed away in a car wreck. Well, I'm 8 years old. That stuck with me. I got older and I had some more friends. By the time I was 13, it equaled to about 6 friends. And I just was never in a rush to get my license. Now, I was grateful that I came from a family and a place where I could always have a ride. My family was big. My mom's side of the family is huge. My dad's side of the family is huge. And I always had rides, and never really, when it came to the ride thing, had an issue. And got out on my own, moved to the Midwest, and I'm like, whoa, now I've got to do this. Now, technically, I'm going to tell you that I didn't drive. Don't worry, folks. I never drove at least a half mile, quarter mile from my home. Ever. Well, when I got my license, 2 weeks later, I was on 14 different interstates going to the Midwest, driving back through major cities, including St. Louis, went through Ohio, went through, it might have been around Chicago, and, of course, Atlanta. And it was like, I think I've got this. I know we never really do got this, but it is what it is. And now, that's something you didn't know. 4. All right. I was bullied. Yeah, me. I was bullied. I was the kid that was never picked for anything. And if I was last picked. I was little. I was scrawny. I had buck teeth. I had glasses. I was very, very skinny. Very skinny. I think in 8th grade, I weighed like 87 pounds. I was shoved in a locker. I stayed in that locker for 45 minutes. I got picked on all the time. Kids would slap me in the head, take my lunch money. Yeah, I got my lunch money taken, folks. All right? I'm only 37. This has happened. This I can remember the exact incidents and how it still felt to have somebody pull you up or choke you and talk to you a certain way over 50 cents for a honey bun, or whatever they wanted just to prove a point to the next guy who bullied you as well. I was the kid that guys came up to me and picked up my backpack while I was wearing it, picked it up and slammed it on the ground while I was wearing it. Of course, I flew back. Ha 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 ha. Now, some of these may seem funny to people. There's no doubt you can find humor in it. But a lot of it helped mold me on who I am today and what I'm about and what I want to be. And now that I've got 3 kids of my own, my kids are meaner and tougher than I was. Now, I don't believe in, picking on people. I teach my kids certain things to look for and to reciprocate back to kids. I tell my kids certain things that I learned, and I want them to use wisely exactly what they must in certain situations. Now, they're going to be tempted in things that your children are too, tempted and doing things in situations that we never prepared them for. But you know what? As long as we raise them, right, they will not steer from it when they get older. I promise. The Bible tells you that. My religion, my scripture, my God, our scripture, But listen, what I'm getting at, folks, is if you ever do what I do, if you ever feel like giving up, if you've got children, you remember who's watching. You dig? I've got 3 children. That's 6 eyes, little eyes watching me. No matter how old they get, folks. If you got kids, they'll still be your babies. We know that. I think that's very important. I think it's very, very important. I mentioned that I've been beat. Yeah. Got a story that I still want to share. Unless it's needed one day. And I'll share that individually maybe. But I know what it's like to be beat. To have to go to the neighbors. To call your mom at work. I know what it's like to say, for the neighbor to say, you got to get here. I know what it's like to be really, really bullied. And I just, I'm all often excited, too much to talk about it. I know what it's like to not want to exist in this world. Guys, I know what it's like to just want to die. I know what it's like. Maybe not everything in this world, but me. And I don't like the thought of other people feeling those ways because of me. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. I don't want to be. But I want to show you what the inside of my heart looks like, because a lot of y'all out there live inside of your heart. And for some of y'all, for most of us, that's a very, very big place to be. There you go. Something you didn't know about me. Three. I worked in a sister warehouse for Quaker Oats. What does that mean? I worked in a oat factory in the Midwest. Oddly enough, I applied at the Quaker Oats factory where Ashton Kutcher worked. I didn't see him. I don't know him. This is what I was told when I went in there. So, and which was not, he was not from far from where I was at. But instead I worked at their sister warehouse plant. Now, one of my jobs was to go up and pull some oats, steel mill oats, off of a truck, bring it over to a table, take them out of white boxes, put them on a table, and push them to my friend across the table, 15 foot away. The table, once you push so many, you could just push them, and they were probably big rolls of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. We stacked them there and just kept pushing. And my friend, the other co-worker, would take those and put them in other boxes, wrap them up, and put them on a trailer. And I did this all day. So that's, not fun, but it was a job. And it was through a temp agency. This one was. And I worked there about maybe 4 months, maybe longer. I don't think it was more than 6. And go figure, in the break room every morning on the table, they would have oat meal bars. So, yeah, I worked in like an oat factory in a way, a warehouse, I guess. And just like stone's throw away, I could go to this Quaker Oats headquarters right there. Boom, boom. So, yeah, that's something that you didn't know. Whatever. Two. I love crab ragoons. I love crab ragoon. I do. For real. That's right, okay? One time, I ordered triple Mongolian beef, right, with 2 ragoons, please, in there, and I paid for them, of course, and then turned around, and my friend and I ordered 2, in the same order, 2 orders of crab ragoons, creating 16 crab ragoons. Wow. Yeah, maybe I'm not proud of, and I ate every one of them. So yeah, that's something you didn't know. Crab ragoons, come on. One. I wanted to be a pro wrestler when I was young, and I wanted to act as well. I actually wanted to do the wrestling thing so much that I was the kid, some of you watching know this, and some of you are about to be shocked, who jumped off the houses onto ironing boards, onto washers, dryers, and I'm not proud of this, but I've had my head split open from a fluorescent light bulb across the face. I've been thrown down on plywood with barbed wire. Oh, yeah. I'm just telling you, trying to be transparent. That was back when I was younger, 16, 17, 15, even 18 a little bit, but I did that. It was dumb. I was not proud of this stuff, and at the time I didn't really think much of it. I have had a fight in a dumpster, 3-yard dumpster. Yeah. I cracked my ribs jumping onto an ironing board that the guy that was laying on. Of course, we had it all, choreographed out that I was going to make it look like I hurt him. Well, he moves off the ironing board, and I ended up hitting it for real. I've jumped off a storage building, this little small shack that we had, and as I went to jump off of it, it caved, and we went to jump and landed on dryer and washer. So, yeah, I did these crazy things, too, and that's just a little bit of stuff. I've got some more episodes where I'm going to tell you some things, and you guys can do what you want with the information, but I'm glad you guys do watch. I am absolutely blessed that people now, this has happened. Now, I'm not saying now, like, oh, you're famous. No. I'm not doing enough to be famous out there. This is just for the people watching it. This is our little world here. If I have to start recording it and seeing if I can get people's reactions, I want people to see that people have came up and been like, dude, are you the big beard they're talking about? And yes, that's cool. I'm going to let this music play us out, but before I go, I know there's, let's see, what are some things that I say? Oh yeah, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Big Beard!
Presentations.